So today I want to talk about how hard it is to be honest in the real world, and just acknowledge that resistance and friction that you're likely to encounter if you go out there and start trying to be a more honest person. So I was watching a Netflix special just last night. I think it's called I Am a Killer. All these guys who committed murder kind of telling their story. And a lawyer raised an interesting factoid, which is only about 3% of cases in the United States court system go to trial. That means the other 97 are either dismissed or the person just pleads guilty and takes some sort of plea bargain or whatever. And what she said is, the system's already so overloaded that if everybody demanded a trial, which they have the constitutional right to do, the system would collapse. Absolutely, it would be devastated. And I thought about that. I have some awareness of the justice system with my previous work in corrections. And the wait list, even in New Zealand, to get your court dates can be months or even years. If everybody demanded a trial, we wouldn't even be able to hold people on remand. There wouldn't be enough room. There wouldn't be enough members of the public to do jury duty without collapsing the economy. It would really collapse the system if everybody claimed their unalienable rights, their legal rights. The reason this kind of struck me is because we have the same problem with honesty. The criminal justice system is based on the need for crime. It's propped up by crime, it's propped up by punishment as a system for correcting behavior, a very, very outdated and ineffective system. You do not make people better by punishing them. It doesn't work. There's no scientific study to support that at all. Education, support, encouragement, that does work. Punishment does not, even though we believe it does. In the same way, we live in a dishonest system. So you live in a community, you live in a culture, you live in a country where if you lie and deceive to get along, you're rewarded, or at least it appears you are. And if you stand out and speak your mind, free speech, just be honest and just put your opinions out there and put your true feelings out there and so on, you're often met with a lot of resistance. I think the same problem's happening here as in the justice system. Only about 3% of people, probably less, have the fucking balls to express themselves, to assert their right of free expression. And because there's only a few people doing it, the rest can kind of crush them for it. The rest can pick them out. You know, we even see people getting punished legally for free speech these days. But what if we all did it? Can you imagine if everybody, or even just a majority of people, started being powerfully honest, absolutely bold and vulnerable and shameless? Imagine how much the system would collapse. There wouldn't be any room to punish you for it. There wouldn't be enough space and resources to hurt you for it if everyone was doing it. You think about those people that get pulled up for some tweet that they did 20 years ago and they have their whole, goodbye career just because of some shit they said that when they were drunk and young and stupid. Can you imagine if everyone admitted everything they'd said when they were young and drunk and stupid? We'd be protecting the careers of those people who made dumb mistakes in the past and have changed their ways since. But because only a few people have that information out there or are willing to put it out there, there's plenty of resources to hurt them for it. I'm not going anywhere in particular with this, except as I do this work more and more, I'm starting to feel this great need in society for some fucking honesty. Look at our leaders, look at the corporations that control most of the economy. Just look at everyone being so full of fucking shit. Aren't they? Aren't they just full of shit? Isn't everyone you know just basically full of shit most of the time? You think about how many conversations you have, and you'll have a low bar, you'll have low standards for honesty because most people are so dishonest all the time. You think about the little moments where you walk into the office, how's your day? Fine. You have a good weekend? Yeah, not bad. And the whole thing's a lie. That whole thing is just bullshit. Nobody's talking truth at all in that entire interaction. Or you see a political leader, we've gotten to the point now where if you're watching a political leader on news media, you're expecting them to be full of shit, and you're judging them compared to how less full of shit they are to other politicians, even though they're all completely deceptive and manipulative and just totally full of crap. That's how low our standards are now. It's shocking how much of the harm we can see in the world directly related to this deception. It's very, very hard to get away with nasty shit unless you're dishonest. If I was to push a button right now and make it impossible for people to lie, within a few years, all current political leaders, bar a minor few exceptions, would be overthrown as all the dirt came out and we found out what they're really doing. And honest people would take their place. That's what I reckon. Who knows? It's a utopia. It's never going to happen anyway. So I want to put it out there. In order to create this tidal wave of honesty that breaks the system, we all have to claim our rights. Like if everybody charged with a criminal offence knew that you've got to get a lawyer and go to trial no matter what, unless you're 100% certain that the deal they're offering you is a fair representation of what you've done, and you've had lawyers confirm that. Actually, no, don't even fucking listen to the lawyers, okay? They're just trying to make money, forget them. But if everybody asserted their rights, we would crush the outdated disease justice system, and then we could finally replace it with something that actually fucking works to reduce crime. The same thing could happen with honesty. But it needs a few of us to start increasing the percentage and role model and give courage to the others. We need to go from about 2% of the population to at least 10, 15, 20 before others will be like, oh, I can see a few people doing it, I might give this a go. See, everyone wants to express themselves. I just saw a speech with Rowan Atkinson, the Mr. Bean actor, and he thinks the top priority in life is food, and the second is self-expression, and the third is having a roof over your head. He really puts it at the number 2 position, like right after you've made sure that you're not going to die, your next biggest need is to express yourself. And I personally believe that. When I look into psychological issues, every single time it comes back to dishonesty and shame. People hiding who they really are. And the ongoing toxic effects of that. So be a role model. Push against the friction. Say, yeah, what? This is what I believe. Fuck you. I'm saying it anyway. And let other people know it can be done. Show them that you're willing to take that risk, because if we all do it, then none of us will actually be at risk anymore. We can make the dishonest people the ones who are at risk, rather than the people of integrity being the ones who are most likely to be punished. So look, I understand that it is a risk to be honest and to have integrity. But look, I've been taking that risk for like 10 years now, and I'm doing all right, really. If you accept the risk, you can manage it and you can get through it. In fact, the more honest you are, the less people are able to hurt you. Like if you own all of your mistakes and failures and shames, then people can't use it against you. They can't destroy your career with it. If you're the first one to admit it, nobody can sneak into your past and discover it. So don't wait to be discovered. Bring it all out now. Get it all out in the open, one little piece at a time. And then you're fucking invincible. No one can touch you after that. And then once you're there, maybe you can lead others to do the same. We might be able to finally just tip the scales a little bit. Maybe I'm just being idealistic, and maybe the human race is doomed to lie itself into an early grave. I don't know, but I've got to say what I got to say, because this is me living by it, role modeling it, saying to everybody out there who says you have to be polite and professional and hide what you truly feel and be politically correct, fuck you. Alright? You are the disease. Honesty is the cure. Thank you for putting up with my rant and self-expression. If you like that, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and share it around. And of course, if you want help to become an honest, authentic person of integrity, get in touch, dan@brojo.org, and I'll help guide you along the way. Cheers.